Welcome. I am Crimey Queen, and if you are joining us for the first time, it's the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. This is where we actualize self-love with the use of scriptural references, our life experiences, our learnings, our traditions, practices, and so on. Okay, but it's all with the view of actualizing self-full love. When I say self-full love, is to be replenished enough, of course, where we are going, where we are heading into this eighth dimension or eighth cycle, which Mother Eve, the serpent, Eve in the Garden of Eden, which I'm hoping you've heard of, she has been instructing us to begin to count backward. Counting backward, that would be 5-9. It's 5-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2-1. I hadn't done this for a while, but that's what Mother Eve asked us to do. And also Mother Eve had given me this representation of dandelions. Why would I think, or anyone would think, that I'm doing a presentation on Genesis and the serpent? And well, I suppose there were flowers in the garden, and it's only fair that we should bring them to light. Having said that, dandelions are yellow, and that reminds me, I have, wow, I may have touched on that, but I hadn't. It's when it was so much to really grasp when I realized that dandelions, because I was doing these presentations, and dandelion just came, and I said, well, I don't know, I'm seeing dandelion, okay, but yellow, which is the master number 11. And of course I have black and white hair, but I decided to leave these on hair and to say that yellow would be that color that would sort of neutralize and throw light upon what we are saying. Having said that, I am also calling revelation into revealing to us the deep insights of that which we are wanting to know and discover. Likewise, calling water to make our presentations be quite transparent. So if this subject, of course, interests you, I have done one or two presentations with dandelion, and I think it is called, it has got dandelion in there, Mother Eve, and number 7 with dandelions, something to that effect. But it'd be nice to remember. If I do, I will, of course, because remembering is a very big part of what we are asked to do as well. Right, now let's move on. So the numbers Mother Eve has asked us to really look at. Since we have dandelion, we can take off yellow now. Of course, I think we can take off these headings right here. This is just beautiful, beautiful. Yes. So, and so the numbers are 5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So these are the numbers that we are asked to pay attention to. Now, I have seen why as well, because Mother Eve is present here and here. It also means that there are 4 digits on either side of this central 5. So it's like the 2 serpents. Basically, Mother Eve was really giving us a demonstration of how to activate your Kundalini rise. Really. So she is saying, I am the serpent, like this and like this. Well, not quite like this, but thinking something more. So it would be in, out, because that's how Mother Eve operates. In, out. So this is Mother Eve right there. And of course, this is the serpent. Okay. So that's Mother Eve. She wants to see I want us to see how she is operating in the 2 5s. Now, I had not been mentioning 2 5s before, or 2 serpents before, as in the Kundalini rise of what becomes present or activates in there. But we also see now, today I have done in my past, present, and future presentations to show how number 5 is also 7, or is also 11. So that is it's 7. I'll do this for you quickly. So 5 is I said it's 7. 5 is, how did we do this? Okay, so the word 7, 5. Let's do this. Okay, let's look at 11. Let's look at, because 7 is, yes, 7 is 2. 7 is 20, but 11 is also 2. So when we have 11 like this, and we do this separate 1, so we do 1, the number 1 gives us 5, 5, and 6. That becomes 16, and of course this becomes 7. So 7 here we see is 1. So 1 here, of course, 1 is 5 in essence. Okay, I'm sure I have done this in another way, but while I'm doing this, I'm really wanting not to lose too much on what I want to follow here. So let's go on with the most important thing here. So as I say, dandelions, it seemed like Mother Eve is wanting us to structure another presentation, and she is showing us that through the dandelions, which consists of 10 numbers, of course 10 coincides with the direct number for numerical value for the first word where Mother Eve says, let there be light. So the word let, L-E-T, equals 3, 5, 2. We have seen how 2 is very profound. I think I've just done a presentation on seeing the robustness of 2, because 2 under the sacrifice template is 11, it is 13, it is 4, it is 22, and it is 22, and it's also 2, of course. So these are 5 numbers here that 2 really becomes very robust with. So 2 is not just 2, it's the magnitude of what 2 can do. Okay, and 2 in itself is telling us now at the end, it's as if it is sanctioning the element of 3 and 5 right there. And likewise 3 is doing the same with 7 and 2. So adding this together would be 10. Of course, this is where we get 1. So the word let in itself has the numerical value of 1. This is how we see how 1 is really the highest in this sense. Okay, so back to this, of course, the 3, let's do this. I have done some presentations on this. We see that L, the power of L in itself is quite powerful. It has 1 motion, it has 2 directions, and 3 points. So it's 1, 2, 3. When we add this together equals 6, we see that the number of man is right there in this L, which is the liver, which is life, which is love, which is lift, and all these lovely words, and also low. Okay. Now, I want to just capture something here, so I'm calling on to Mother Eve to really help us do this, because there is so much to this. So we have looked at dandelion. What we did see between, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it were dandelion, we would have the E as Mother Eve in the middle right there. Although we have, and we have 2 5s there actually, so So this is another thing Mother Eve had done. She's actually given us free fives. The free fives, as in the template, that we use for the sacrifice template, which has brought us onto all of these wonderful things. And I always say, wherever you see free fives, you really are dealing with Mother Eve directly. So free fives, 15 here. And the numerical value, let's see, for dandelion, we had was 7. I think it's 7, which coincides with the serpent. Serpent is 7. I won't be doing that again. I've been doing this quite a lot, which is 7. And if we do 7, as I have done, SEVEN, and do the numerical value for 7, which has Mother Eve in the middle, EVE. This is 4, 5, 5. Again, we have 3 5s here, reflecting with these 3 5s here. So it's like the 7, which dandelion equals 7, but it also has the logo, we could say, of 3 5s in 7 right here. 1, 2, 3 5s, 1, 2, 3 5s, plus it equals 7. So I'm going to add this up. This is 5 and 4, 9, 9, 10. This would be 19 and 20. So if we have 20 here, we will see that, oh, dandelions is 38, 30, no, we are seeing 35 right here. 35 makes sense. It makes sense, but let's look at that again, because 35 would be 8. Or I might have done dandelion, which is 7. Okay, and of course, because of the 10 numbers, I have actually added the S. I think that's what I have done. So we will add this again. So this is 15, and there we have 6 and 3, 9. So this is 10. 10 plus 1, 11, and 4 is 15. 16 and 4 is 30. So 30. So this is 30, not even 20. So this is 30. Okay, I know it's the time of day, so I'm going to be patient with myself here. So this is 10. 10 is here. And this is 9 and 1, 10. So this is 20. So 20 plus 15 is 35. Okay, but dandelion is actually 7. So dandelions becomes the complete 8-petal flower that I have been doing. So it's 35. 3 plus 5 would be 8. Of course, we are still looking at 8. Now, it's like saying 3 5s. It's giving us again 3 5s of 15 right there again, like 3 5s 15. It's just repeating that pattern here. So this is Mother Eve really showing herself through the flowers now. But what we did have, I did spot out the word lion. Lion. And yes, that reminds me that I did look at lion, not lions. So I did look at lion. And here with lion, we saw that LION, which is 3965. I am trying to protect my voice now, so I'm not speaking loudly, and I'm hoping that you hear me. So this is 23. So we see this was the wonderful synchronistic thing that was happening. The lion is 23, and that means 2 plus 3 is 5, and of course 2 3s are 6. So we see that the wave of the human or spirit is right there as well. So so 5 or 6, however we want to look at it on the sacrifice template, it puts us right into the column of Mother Eve right here. Mother Eve basically has the key. When we do the word for key or Christ or home or house or or luck, not luck, lock, all of those things come on the number 5. Beautiful, really, really beautiful. Lots of wonderful words for 5. So lions would be 6, and that too still puts us in that 666 for the 3 different columns that we have under the sacrifice template. Okay, now what I want to do here, of course, we have seen that we have 3 5s there for dandelions. Now, what I wanted to see is how okay, so we have the template there, and it looks like we are going to use that as the template, or we're going to have a new template right here, because then that would be 5. These would fall under the numerical values. Dandelion would be there as we have sacrifice. Wow, I am just trying to see how that works, because sacrifice was just, it's just worked out really perfect. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. So basically we will have this under the template as having down the dandelions. That's what we're going to do. That's how it has worked out with wow. So basically, okay, let's look at this first. So I'm looking at those 5. I've broken dandelions in 2 sections and looking at the common denominator in each of these columns right here. So let's see what we get here. This is 4 plus 3 is 7, and 1 plus 9 is 10, so that gives us 1. Just looking at for patterns in here. And this is 5 plus 6, which would be the middle. This would be a middle part. This would coincide perfectly with the template that we are using. So here we would have 5 plus 6 is 11, so 11 would be 2. This is what we have. So this is 3, 9, 6, 5, 1. And this is 4, 1, 5, 4, 5. And this is how we add these together. So here we are adding 4 plus 5 is 9. So we are getting 9 here, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So I've just changed position on there, so I might as well just follow the pattern that has just so this is 2, and this is 1, and this is 7. So of course when we add this, of course we should get the same value, which is 15, 16, 17. So 15, of course this is 10, and 15 is 25. 22 plus 5 is 7. Okay, I'm hoping you're with me. It is very late hours in the morning, but I'm just really wanting to do this and just capture the essence of it, because of course it's Mother Eve just doing her thing at this hour of the morning, but I'm feeling that I'm needing to, in fact, let me just moist my throat a bit. Okay, so we see how the 7, oh, but didn't we have 8? Didn't we have, so this is 6. Well, dandelions, if we have 25 here, then we should really have, there is something at play. So this is 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 6 is 11, so that is 2. 1 plus 9 is 10, so that's 1. And 4 plus 3 is 7. So I'm not sure how I had 35 right there. I'm going to do this again, because so this is 4, this is 5, 9, 10, 19, 20. 20 plus 15 or 20 plus 6, let's put it this way, is 26. So that it's correct. So why have I got, so here we have, this is 15 plus 10, dandelions, dandelion, dandelions. I think Mother Eve is having a laugh with me right now. So this is 6 plus 5 is 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 plus 7, this is 7 and 7, 14 plus 1 is 15. Okay, so it's 25. It shows 25. It ought to have the same amount of letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10. Okay, I think perhaps it's, I'm not quite sure why we've got 20. Perhaps you can see what is happening here, but I'm not able to capture it yet. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, I'm not able to capture it yet in how we've been calculating. We have 3 5s. We meant to have 3 5s. This is 1 5. This is another 5, and 1 5, 1 5, 1 5. 1 5, 1 5. So something's missing because I have 2 5s. 1 5. The E. E is 5. 1 5, 2 5, 3 5s. And 1 9. This is 9 here. This is meant to be 9. This is meant to be 9. I am so determined. This is meant to be 9. Right. Oh, this is better. So we could say that 45 plus 8, we could get the answer to that. 45 plus 8. It's no wonder 35 plus 8, that would be 4. 8 plus 5 is 13. So it's really 43. So I have a splendid memory. I know it's very late hours in the morning, but I was thinking that dandelions ought to be 7, and so it is 7. It is 7. Okay, we've got that now. I didn't really want to scrap all this now. I'm so determined to get this. So we see how the serpent, I remember having this aha moment with this discovery that dandelions would be 7, and so the serpent equals 7, and 7, and so on. So this is really wonderful here. So I'm glad I did that, and that is Mother Eve working for me, guiding me to do this, to really see the discrepancy, that where it lies. So it's, of course, where it lies, the lions. Okay, so what I did discover now, the lions, because we were looking at the serpent, now we have the lion, and the lion, of course, we understand that the lion is the king of the jungle. So basically, if you ever watch Jungle Book, of course, it's the lion that is, he is in control, and so on. And so it's about the lion. So we have the lion, and when we do the numerical value for lions, here we did that in the last presentation. So we have 9 plus 1 is 10, and then we have 21, and plus 3 would be 24. So that would be 2 plus 4 is 6. Now when we do this is the thing. There's the lion here. Let's do this. When we add this here, 1 plus, this is 15, this is 20, this is 24. When we, so 2 plus 4 equals 6. But to show this is how Mother Eve works, when we do the numerical value for the word 6, the word 6 is 1, 9, 6, and we add this together. This is 15, 16, 1 plus 6. This is Mother Eve. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Now, isn't that delicious? We see how the 7, how the lion, it's like Mother Eve has transformed herself into the lion right here as well, to take us into the 8th cycle, which is on her let there be. So on her let there be, so basically she is showing us that although there's another thing that Mother Eve wants to show us here, because the lion, it represents the 8th, I was talking about this, the 8th cycle, meaning the 8th zodiac sign, which is Leo. And when we did do the numerical value for Leo, which I'm trying to remember now, is 5 and 6. Okay, so this is 8 plus 6 would be 14. And that also fell in direct correlation with Mother Eve as the serpent. Of course, direct correlation with the 14 gods that we are of. So this to me was very, very delicious. So we are of 14 gods that I have discovered in Genesis of chapter 1 and 2. And then we have the 14 gods, which is 9 in chapter 1 and 5 in chapter 2. So this is really a nice makeup. And those two gods together, of course, they are in like subdivisions of 7 again. So of course, the other thing that is very delicious in what I have discovered, we are of 6 entities. We are the result of 6 entities. Hence it is said 6 is the number of man. So when we hear about the 666 and the mark of the beast, we need to get to understand this makeup of our existence right here. This is all the way it is written. The Bible is a mathematical construct. All right through is a mathematical construct. Of course, we have some wonderful, delicious dramas to keep us entertained. But there we have always been asked to seek wisdom. Now the word wisdom, because it's a dom, it's a dom, dormitory. The word wisdom, D-O-M, is it we have in itself, its makeup is showing us a lot, because we have the W going this way and it's the M going that way. So that in itself is really a message saying to us we are the is, we are is dom, we are Edom, we are Eden. That sort of, it's like Eden. We see Eden is right there in the E-D. Oh, there's no N, but of course spirit of sound mind. All right, but wisdom is here, and the middle letter for wisdom in this sense, let's get this, is really D. It's like saying to us to see, it's no, actually it's SD. There are 2 letters. It's SD, meaning the serpent is there with us. The serpent, where we see the S, the serpent is present. And that, of course, would be 5. This is Mother Eve right there. W-I, it's like the children's game, the Wii game, or whatever it is. We see that 9 plus 5, this is 5, 9. This is where Mother Eve have asked us to begin our counting. 5, 9, 5, 9, right there. And of course, at the end of that 5, 9, is EM, which is ME in reverse, the me. Is asking us, this is why she says go back, so we can see things from a different perspective. When we go back, we are looking at wisdom from another dimension, another angle. So this is 5, 4, and of course when we add this together it becomes 9. So in wisdom we can see the construct of the word wisdom. How we have done this intuitively gives us those 5, 9. Wisdom is about beginning and end, because end is 5, lock is 5, key is 5, and of course 9 is beginning. Now I'm being very mindful not to really stretch myself any further right now, because as I say, it's the time of morning, day, whatever it is. But of course, body says rest. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed this. I certainly have. Yes.